Hi folks, Jim Glay here. I'm with the Drugans, and these guys have some of the finest collection of drums in the Midwest, and I want to stop by their booth and also ask them to tell me about this fine collection. Johnny, you go ahead.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate you talking to us today. This is a really cool 1959 Gretsch set in a really unusual color that we've never seen before. It's a name band set, 22, 13, 16 with the 5.5 by 14 snare drum. It's got all the original heads on it, pretty neat. This is Tank over here, as we affectionately refer to it as. It's a beautiful 1970 Ludwig Black Cortex set, 28, 13 with a 20-inch floor tom. Sounds awesome. It originally came with the Rogers hardware, which you don't see too often.
No.
Usually when you do see that, it's got a bunch of extra holes in it, but it's never drilled for any Ludwig hardware on there, and kind of has the Bonzo thing.
It definitely does.
Going on for
this
it.
could be a bass drum, for Christ's sake.
Yeah,
This
bigger
thing-
than a big bass drum.
Tell us about this. This is a very unusual finish. Tell us about this.
This is one of my favorite sets here at the show today. This is Pink Strata, which was not offered for very long by Rogers. I love anything pink, so I'm a real sucker for any kind of set like this. Not only is it in a really scarce, unusual color, but it's also in cool, rare sizes. It's a 24 with a 13, 14, and then an 18-inch floor tom. And another thing about these Pink Strata sets is they're beautiful, but the wrap sometimes is known for cracking when it hasn't been treated with love over the years, as far as going from hot and cold temperatures. And this set has survived wonderfully with not a crack in any of the drums. And it's just something really special. It looks amazing and it sounds amazing.
Well, you don't have to, you're preaching to the choir. I think Rogers are great. Now you have to tell me about these fantastic snare drums over here.
Sure.
Let's go right on down the line.
This guy is a really neat Silver Sparkle 6.5 by 14 wood Dynasonic from their very early years. It was made in 1963. Brian, if you turn it upside down, you can see that it has the fruitwood interior, which Rogers only did for a short amount of time, and it's kind of a special drum. And Jim, as I'm sure you know, sometimes these bread and butter lugs we're known for cracking under stress, and this guy has no cracked lugs on it at all.
Wow.
which is really neat. And we even have the original Rogers head on there, so it's a really neat piece for somebody's collection. Would sound as good as it looks. This
Next
guy
one.
here is a really neat 1967 Champagne Sparkle Dyna. 1967 was the first year that Rogers started doing the R stamp. Actually, this one must be a 66. I was thinking of this one over here.
Yeah, isn't there usually something?
Yeah, in 1967, they started doing the D stamp on there for D for Dynasonic, which you can see on this one here. This guy is a 67. This guy is a 66. I got mixed up with the years there, but if they're both really nice drums. This White Marine Pearl one is particularly clean, and the same color and size that Buddy Rich used. And this drum was made during his last year with the Rogers Company in 1967. So it's kind of a really neat one. This guy here is a really nice White Marine Pearl Leedy Broadway dual.
I think these are great drums, and they're seriously undervalued. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very cool engraved rims on there. Has a little Leedy Elkhart, Indiana stamp on there. Great drum. Has wires on the bottom and wires at the top, hence the dual name on there. Got a nice 60s Gretsch name band snare drum, an original blue sparkle. And then all the way from Germany, what was West Germany at the time, is this red sparkle Trixon snare. We have a really cool newer snare. We don't usually bring too many new things to the vintage show here, but this snare was owned by Zorro, who was playing with Lenny Kravitz at the time when this snare was made for him. This is DW's 6 and 10 snare, they call it, with the gold hardware and the red sparkle. I was told by Zorro that only, 3 of these were made in this finish. Zorro owned one, Lenny Kravitz owned one, who Lenny is also an excellent drummer, and a lot of people don't know that.
Yes.
And then Neil Peart owns the third one out there. So kind of a cool piece. This is a really neat and unique snare, probably the most unique snare in our booth this year. This is a Frank Wolf drum from the 1920s, and this model is called the 2-to-1 because there's 2 lugs for every one on the bottom. It's a 12 lug snare on the top, and then 6 lugs on the bottom. But what makes this so unique is that all of the Frank Wolf snares that we've come in contact with and that other colleagues of ours have come in contact with have been wood shell drums. And to our knowledge, this is the only metal shell Frank Wolf known of today, and until somebody can direct us to another one, which we would love to see if there is, because we're trying to find out as much as we can about the drum, because it's a lot of fun for us to do that. But we just recently found this one a few weeks ago. It appears to have an all brass shell. It does not have a badge on it like all the other snares in the 20s, because they didn't put badges on them at the time, only on wood snares back then. But it has the Frank Wolf throw off. You can see there.
Oh yeah.
And it's got a nice sturdy weight to it. Yeah. You can see the seam of it right there,
Right.
where it was put together. So yeah, just a really neat drum. It had the original Frank Wolf head, calfskin head, stamped Frank Wolf on it when we received it, which we still have. Unfortunately, it was torn, so we made it playable. But yeah, that's the story on that guy there.
Well, I want to thank you for taking some time.
Yeah,
I mean, you've got a great collection.
Thank you, Jim.
Folks, these guys are great guys, and if you're in the Des Plaines area, you should stop by and see their shop. It is an amazing shop. And again, I want to thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Take care, Johnny.
Take care.
Thanks.
Yep.